Ian is a weirdo. Today I'm going to be figuring out what I'm working on next. I have a couple projects on the hook right now that I will be working on in the next coming weeks, and I wanted to share them with you guys and then maybe do a little work on them. Who knows? First, I got to clean up my desk. I'll show you the travesty that is my desk right now. So let's, maybe that's a little too low. We still want to see me. I'm the star of the show. I am wearing a jack-o'-lantern hoodie. And you might be like, it's 1,000 degrees outside. Why are you wearing a hoodie? It's because it's a jack-o'-lantern, and I love jack-o'-lanterns. And I said as soon as I was done with Pride Month that I was going to be turning to the dark side and going to Halloween and spooky and creepy and weird stuff, kind of right off the bat. So that's what I plan on doing with most of my time. So sorry you have to deal with this messy table, but that's just how it is. So the first thing I'm working on, which is probably what I'll work on mostly, I can't do long stretches of this because it requires me to read a chart. I'm still working on my mosaic eyeball pattern. So this is from a artist. Let me open the chat up. So this is from, hold on a second, mosaic design. Okay, so this is by Sixel Design, and I assume she does fabulous work. She does a lot of mosaic work, and this is gonna be a bunch of eyeballs. So I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna make a pillow out of that. I'm using Red Heart Super Saver, using the color buff and the color black. I thought they'd be great because they had nice high contrast. I also, when I bought this pattern, I also bought another pattern by Sixel Design, and it is a skull, and you can do it like with or without the jaw. And I have like a lot of ideas about how I want to do that, so I'm really excited to do that pattern as well. But got to get through this one first. So this is what I'm working on right now, and I had worked on it before and stopped pretty much in the middle of my work to start doing pride work. So the next project I'm working on is a dog bandana. I was going to do a dog bandana for my sister. So I'm using this color. It's like literally just a mess right now. So it's got purple, like a lavender, a pink, a white, and a gray. And the colorway is Easter Basket by Caron Jumbo. And it's a medium weight 4. And I was going to make a bandana for my sister's dog, and I have a corresponding like lavender that I'm gonna make for her other dog so that they can kind of match. I was gonna make a sweater, but I realized that like making pet sweaters really wore me out. And if you watched at all in June, you know why. Yeah, there's a lot of yarn barf involved with that one. Um, so yeah, so I'm gonna be doing a bandana because I figure it'll just be easier. Bandanas are really easy for me to do. You saw me start one. Did you see the finished project is on Instagram? So if you want to follow me on Instagram, I am Ian is Weird. And I'm about to start putting stuff on Etsy. I won't put my Etsy up yet because there's nothing on there. Actually, I'll put my Etsy up just so you can like this shop if you want to. So Etsy is Ian's Weirdo Emporium. Um, so I will be starting to post stuff on there. I actually want to create like a bunch of stuff, and then I'm doing a photo shoot with one of my friends, and she will be doing a photo shoot for some of my projects, and I think that'll be really fun and give it like a personal touch rather than just having like a product like lying down on a blanket, which is usually what I do. So I really wanted to kind of do a little bit extra this time. So my other project that I want to work on is so this yarn also had a lot of yarn barf. I'll show you the yarn. So it's kind of marled, and then it has a metallic thread through it. So this is Yarn Bee Dazzling. It was on sale last year when I went to Hobby Lobby. As many of you know, I don't shop at Hobby Lobby anymore. But I really wanted to do something fun, and so Melanie picked this yarn out in particular for me to make socks with. So I'm going to be making socks for the first time, and I'm really excited about that. Yeah, so those are the projects that are kind of in my queue, and I'll be alternating between those. So I really wanted to make more progress on my mosaic before I started a whole bunch of new projects. I do still have, you can't see it from here, but you can kind of see it right there. Hi, Samantha. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm just talking about some of the projects I'm working on, and then I'll probably just work on my mosaic crochet until the end of the stream. But I am working on bandanas and socks and pillows and more pillows. I have a green pillow right there that I've had kind of sitting there for a while. I initially was going to do so the pillow says fuck on the front, and I initially was just going to do a plain back, but my wife and I had this idea to do something different with it. So I will be creating a chart and doing another word on the back, and that will be part of um, my Etsy kind of push to create products. So yeah, so I'm really excited just to be able to set up my Etsy again because I used to do a lot of amigurumi, and I wouldn't say that I fell out of love with amigurumi. I just you're working on mosaic butterfly blanket. Wow, that sounds so fun. Oh, I bet that's so beautiful. I'd love to see that. Um, yeah, so this is my first mosaic project, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm learning a lot, and it has definitely gotten easier as I have worked more and more on the project and I'm able to read charts. I can't express how little I knew about mosaic crochet before this. So the fact that I have anything to show for it is really cool. But yeah, it does take me a little bit longer with reading the charts and everything like that. Hopefully one day I'll be faster at it. because I got used to being faster at crochet and now I'm slow with this. Your first one also. Oh, cool. Well, feel free to you can. So I, if you look up in the chat, you can see my Instagram. You can DM me or you can tag me in your uh, progress if you want, and if you have Instagram, I'd love to see it. So, so yeah, so it's really fun. I really enjoy it. So I'm gonna work on this project. I'm drinking coffee. I'm wearing my one of my favorite hoodies, and we're just gonna have some fun. Um, Literally my desk is a mess because we just had a pool party and literally everything is I just kind of shoved everything onto my craft table. It was like, I hope no one notices this table's just like covered in mess, although like I have yarn behind me that would indicate that this is my craft table. So let's get started. So I'm on a black row. So I'm using a J hook. I probably could have sized down for this, but I just really like J hooks, and there was no hook suggestion, so it was just like, oh, I'll go for it. So let's see. So I am gonna go through the back loop only, single crochet, and then on the back loop only. Yeah, this is what I'm working on right now. You can see that little like dot down there, right here, right there. I made a mistake, so, and I was too lazy to go back and do it again, so I just left it there. I feel like every crochet project I do has to have at least one mistake in it. That's how you know it's fine. I'm not perfect. Surprise. I know. So how are you doing? Are you working on your mosaic crochet right now? Okay, and then this one is no, single crochet, double crochet. I feel like I'm on the wrong stitch. Okay, I skipped one stitch. And then oh, okay. I just can't see. Okay, so sometimes with the black yarn, I feel like it's harder to see the right stitch to go into. But maybe I'm just making excuses for not being very good. That sounds about right. Okay, and skip the next stitch, and then do 7 into the back. Yes, I don't have Instagram. Oh, that's okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry about your spelling. Oh, don't apologize. I can't spell. I can hardly speak. So then we're going to skip a stitch, double crochet into the lower stitch, and then stitch into the back. I feel like this maybe isn't as fun to watch, so I'm going to put this up for now. Actually, let me finish this row, and then I'll put this up, and then I'll switch to a bandana, because then I feel like I can talk a little bit more, because I feel like I'm just really focusing on this chart, and I know that isn't as fun to watch. Okay, so crochet into the back of that, and then we'll crochet into the back of that, and then we will skip a stitch, crochet into, double crochet into the bottom. Do you talk to yourself when you crochet? Because I know I do. Okay. Then I'm going to do a single crochet into the back, and then I'm going to double crochet into the stitch below. So right now it looks like that. I'm just creating the top lashes for my eyeballs. What's cool about this pattern is not only did she do the chart for the eyes, but she also, for open eyes, but she also did one for a closed eye as well. So the next row, or the next time I do my repeats, I'm going to do a closed eye direct, like between these two, because they're kind of off center. So that's what I plan on doing, because I really like the shut eye in contrast with all these open eyes. I think it looks really cool. I'm going to crochet into the back, and then now we are going backwards. So crochet single, and then a double below, and then we skip a stitch, crochet. Yeah, I'm glad you talk to yourself too. I feel like a crazy person, but it's the only way that I can get things right, and even then it's questionable. So then I'm going to do a single crochet, double crochet into the bottom, stitch below I should say, and then I skip a stitch, and I do 4, which is right. I love when my counts are right. You ever like do all of this work and then your counts aren't right and you're like, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? Okay, and then I'm going to do a single crochet into the end, and then I'm going to do a chain, and I'm going to cut my yarn. And I'm going to pull it nice and tight. So I have my next row completed. I feel so happy. See, I told you it's messed up right there. I have my first set of eyes coming together, and I'm super happy about it. Even though I don't really like Red Heart Super Saver because I find it's not very soft, I find it's perfect for home goods, and it's just the right amount of like resilient, and it's soft enough, like, you know. But that's pretty cute, right? I think it's cute. I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to. So one problem I had is because I had set it down for so long, and I don't know if anyone else does this, but I took my J hook out because I have a couple J hooks, but I took my J hook out because I needed to use it for something else that I was working on, and I forgot what hook size I was using. So luckily, I remembered the right hook size, but I need to keep my J hook with my project. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'm just gonna try to store it all together and see if that works. Um, okay, so I'm going to start. That's the only brand I use. It's really cute. Yeah, it's like it's good for what it is. I don't know. I started on Caron, so for some reason Caron doesn't isn't as scratchy to me as Red Heart, but to each their own. This is definitely an affordable yarn, so no hate there. Um, so I'm going to work on a bandana. If you're curious about the pattern, I um, uh, did a kind of quick preview of how I do mine, and this yarn is a nightmare. Okay, so yeah, this yarn is all tangled up. It had yarn barf coming out of both ends. It was not a pleasant day for it. Okay, so um, I worked up a little bit of something on it, but I'm gonna undo that because I don't know what that was. Did Red Heart go to a different name? And not that I know of. I still am able to buy Red Heart. Um, so I'm going to create a magic circle. And then I'm going to chain 3. I guess I've chained 2. I don't know. I had problems with this when I did my tutorial. I'm very bad at giving tutorials, but people asked for it, so I was like, okay, I'll do it. But like, you won't like it and you won't learn anything, but whatever. So I am going to create a bandana. So by chaining 3, I create a double crochet and plus a single. Hey Zach, how are you? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. So I'm going to do a cluster of 3 double crochets. And then I'm going to do a single chain. And then I'm going to do another cluster of double crochets. So I'm going to do 3 double crochets. You just turned 28 yesterday. Yay! Happy belated birthday. Okay, so now that I have worked these 2 clusters, I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to do 1 double crochet. And that's going to give us a spot to do another cluster in. So now that I have that, I'm going to take my magic circle and I'm going to tighten it up. Nice and tight. So now I'm going to chain 3 and I'm going to turn my work. Only crappy part is birthdays I had to work. Oh, hi, Racine. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. So I chain 3, I turn my work, and now I'm going to do a cluster of 3 double crochets in the opening that I created when I did that chain 1 double crochet. And I'm using a 5mm hook. I don't know, I just really like the way that the 5mm works with the 4-way yarn. Do you have anything exciting planned for your birthday? Or did you do anything exciting for your birthday? I'm going to chain 1. And then, oh man, I messed up. Oh, poop. Okay, do as I say, not as I do. Ian, I like your new channel name. Thank you. Okay, so I'm undoing my work real quick because I made a mistake. Okay, so after that first cluster, I need to open up my thing again. Sounded dirty, but it wasn't meant to be. When I mean to be dirty, I'll let you know. Okay. Okay. Opening up circle. Okay. So I think I made this mistake when I did my tutorial. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. So instead of chaining 1, I need to chain 3. So I'm going to chain 2 more. And then I'm going to do my granny cluster. So that cluster of 3 double crochets. And I'm sorry, if you're using this as any kind of tutorial, it's not going to be helpful. I'm sorry. On Tuesday, I'm celebrating it. I get out of chores and I get to pick what we have for dinner, and I get cake. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the rest of the steps. So I'm going to do that granny cluster of 3 double crochets. I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to do 1 double crochet. Sorry if I'm misleading you. I'm not intending to. I just suck at remembering. Okay. Next, we're going to chain 3. So again, the chain 3 represents double crochet and 1 chain. So I'm going to turn my work, clean some of my bedroom, however, as I'm ashamed to admit. It's okay. That's normal. I just cleaned my bedroom because we had a party, and it was embarrassing. Like, I was like, I've got so much shit I need to clean up. So next I'm going to do 3 double crochets into that space that I did, to the space I did with the single chain and the double crochet. Then I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to do 3 double crochets into the next space. Closet is worse, yeah. I totally understand that. Okay, so now I'm working with a small triangle, and to keep that triangle going, because I'm making a bandana, and this bandana is really easy to make, despite how hard I make it look. And it's really easy to make, and it is very fast and a very great beginner project. I have a tent in my closet. Yeah, I don't even, we don't even, I, our closet is like a war zone. It's not good. Um, so next, because we're at that chain 3 that I did between those 2 clusters, and I did chain 3, we're going to do our cluster, we're going to chain 3 again, and that's going to keep that point of the triangle that's going to create that bandana shape. So I'm going to chain 3. I just did that cluster. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to place in the same spot that I placed my previous cluster, I'm going to place another cluster. So I'm going to do 3 double crochets. Just like that. Then I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to go into the spot between the chain 3 and the cluster. So there's a spot right there. We're going to go in and we're going to place 3 double crochets all right in that spot. I'm glad no one, of course we're not judging you. No, we're not here for that. We're all friends here. We're all weird. We're all messy. It's okay. Okay, once you've placed that cluster, you're going to chain 1, and you're going to go back into the same spot that you placed that last cluster in, and you're going to do 1 double crochet. So, should look something like this. And we're going to keep repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating until we have something that's big enough for a dog. Now, my sister, normal is overrated anyways. I'm proud to be weird. Great. I'm so happy. Yeah, I mean, I always say normal is a setting on a dryer. That's it. Who's normal anyways? It's not cool. Cool people are weird. That's what I gotta tell myself at least. So I'm gonna chain 3. I'm gonna turn my work, and I'm gonna do a cluster in that opening that I created. My yarn is like, no, I don't want to be a center pull. It's being a real bitch. If I'm being honest, this yarn is like, okay, I gotta show you guys, and you're gonna be like horrified. If you're into yarn and you like yarn, this is how much yarn barf I've got to deal with. To find the center pull of this scheme, this is what had to happen. All of this when the center pull's on this side. I went in the wrong side, but Caron, unlike Red Heart, does not point out which side has the center pull. So I went digging all up in this ass to find nothing. So now I like to say that this yarn has a hemorrhoid. And I know I'm gross, but if you didn't like me being gross, why are you here? You know? That's all I'm saying. But this yarn's been a real bitch. So. Okay, then I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to go into the next opening and I'm going to place a cluster there. So 3 double crochets. Then I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to go into the next opening, which happens to be my chain 3. So this is the one where we're going to place 2 clusters in. So I'm going to chain 3 first. Oh, come on. Be a good center pole. I want you to be. Make your father proud. Oh, it's annoying. Okay. The things I do from family. This is my sister's dog. Otherwise, I'd be like, nah, pass. So, once I've done my trio of double crochets, I'm going to chain 3 because I'm at that chain 3 point of the bandana. I'm going to go back into the same opening that I went into when I did my last cluster, and I'm going to do another cluster of 3 double crochets. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to go into the next spot, and I'm going to add another cluster. And then I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to go into the next spot, which is between the chain and the chain 3 and the cluster of double crochets, and I'm going to add 3 double crochets there. See, once you get the hang of it, it's actually really easy. It might be a little confusing to start, especially if you're following my tutorial, which is riddled with mistakes. Next, I'm gonna add a single chain, and I'm going to go back into that same spot I put my last cluster, and I'm going to do 1 double crochet. So, straighten it out a little bit. This is what it looks like. Not much because it's small, but it grows pretty quickly as you put these chains on it. So these are the colors, and I'm really having trouble picking up. Like, it looks blue, doesn't it? It's not blue. It's freaking every color but blue. My lights are horrible. Mel wants me to get a ring light, but I can't justify the cost. But the colors in here are you want carrots and ranch. Oh, that sounds awesome. It's not weird at all. So the colors in here are white, gray, pink, and lavender. And so it looks blue, but literally there is no blue in here. So the lavender, I got a pretty exact match for that color, and I'm gonna do a bandana for her other dog. So she's got 2 dogs. She has 1 German Shepherd, and the German Shepherd is quite big, as German Shepherds are. So this bandana is probably going to be pretty big. It's probably going to be the size of my rainbow bandana, which is, let's see, 11 rounds. And Ian, you know what sandwich I like? I like ham and peanut butter sandwiches. It doesn't weird me out. I kind of like that. Sounds pretty good, honestly. I like both those things, so why wouldn't I like it together? Yeah. Yeah, I'm down with that. So The German Shepherd one is going to be pretty big. Now her other dog, which I'm making the all purple one for, he is a mutt, and we have no idea what he is. And he is about the size of my dog. My dog's fairly large. Like my dog's like in the large size. If you were gonna like buy him or make him uh, bacon, banana, pickle, and peanut butter sandwiches, yucky. Honestly, I love like bacon and banana sounds good. Pickle might throw off the mix, and peanut butter. Honestly, I kind of dig that. Although it sounds a little bit like a pregnancy sandwich, I kind of dig it. Like, I really like pickles. So I'm not afraid to try it. So his, I'm gonna make a little bit smaller. I'm probably gonna make about 8 rows uh, for him because, like, again, he's a smaller dog, and when you put a bandana that's too big on a dog, it kind of looks like a cape. And it has a tendency to roll around to the front a little bit easier, although they all do because there's nothing holding them on but the tie. So so his I'll probably make a little bit smaller. But for her, the German Shepherd, I'm definitely going to make one that's big enough for her. And doing that challenge, oh my gosh, I need to watch that. Um, so I definitely need to watch that. And I think that I might like if I get the courage to do it, I might make a matching sweater for her. I got 2 skeins of this yarn, this variegated yarn that I'm using now, and I have a Caron 1 pound of the purple, so I might make sweaters that match. Not that they would wear them at the same time, because that would be like a lot. But I I think that it depends on like how I'm feeling if I want to make a sweater or not. Cause like I just had so much bad luck with making cat sweaters last month that I really don't want to spend all that time making a sweater for a dog and then having it not fit. That would be super annoying. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I like bite the bullet, make a sweater? Or do you think a bandana is good enough? This is the worst center pull of all time. This is just a big knot. Ugh, I feel like I'm gonna snap this yarn. Yes, I should do both. God, this is the worst. Okay, now it's pulling. Ah, no. No. Oh, God, this is awful. It's unraveling. No. Okay. Calming breaths. Calming breaths. Yeah, I think a sweater in this would be super cute. I'd want to do like, so the pattern that I saw for um, large and extra large pets, um, she did a double crochet, which I like. I mean, I like a double crochet. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like a little boring, you know? And like, so I kind of wish that I could spice it up a little bit, but I don't want to mess up the measurements. So, okay, let's see. Will you pull through? Okay, it's pulling now. Stressful. So, what's everyone up to today? Okay, I missed 3. Gotta make sure you chain 3 at that peak so you can keep that triangular shape going. This yarn is giving me so much anxiety right now because like I don't know when I'm gonna like encounter a knot that like I can't get through, and I gotta like undo the whole scheme. Anxiety is a real bitch. Does anyone else have anxiety? How do you deal with it? Because I really just don't deal with mine well. So here is, it looks like a little front of a panty or something. Here is the bandana so far. Again, it looks blue. It's really not blue. I don't know why the colors are so weird. But anyways, maybe one day I'll get a ring light and you guys can see this acneic face in all of its glory, or gory, and that will be that. So um, I'm going to end my stream. I have to babysit someone else's animals than me and my roommate. Go to the YMCA to swim on the weekends. That sounds so fun. Uh, I don't know. Some people don't like babysitting. Some people really do. I don't know. I love babysitting. I love like just hanging out with kids and just seeing their brains work. I just think it's so wonderful to see like brain development in action. That's really cool. See them exploring and learning things. So hopefully you like babysitting. If you don't, hopefully it ends quickly. Oh, someone else's animals. Oh, I didn't even like register to like put those together. Okay, babysit animals. Um, and then never mind. So ignore exactly what I just said. And then you like to go to the YMCA to swim on the weekends. That sounds fun. Swimming sounds fun. So, well, great. Well, I hope you have a great time. Thank you all for hanging out with me, and I really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys would like to see next. I'd love to see it. Please comment down below once this video is over. Let me know what you'd like to see, if you'd like to see more mosaic work. I personally think it's probably a little bit boring to watch, but if you enjoy watching it, then let me know. I would be happy to do it in front of you, and then I would actually get more done. Yeah, let me know what you would like to see. Once I start this sock that I'm working on, I'm really excited to show that off because I've never worked on a sock before. They've always kind of intimidated me. I've heard that the heel is hard to do, so I'm a little nervous, but whatever. It's fun to try new things, and sometimes you fail, sometimes you don't. So I love you guys very much, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.